Okay, how's it going, everybody? This is Dunkle Dylan here, aka Dylan Breeden, and today I decided to do another Black Clover What If because I realized I only done one. I will do the other one, but probably this coming weekend. So today I'm just gonna do this one. This one has actually been a request, and I was thinking of doing it anyway. This is what if Asta was trained by me? I know I rarely do these type of what ifs, but this one's actually a good one. So pretty much we start off with your normal Asta person. Now, Asta has pretty much what you expect from Asta. He's pretty much like your normal everyday Asta. But he's not that big on the talky guy. He's a loner is the best way of saying it. Like, he gave up on a lot of people. He gave up on many things. He gave up on everything. But pretty much, this is when he comes across this old man who's pretty much been taking care of him, treating his wounds and the usual. This old man was obviously me. Now, you're probably wondering how I ended up in Asta's world. Well, let's just say YouTube was shut down permanently, and so I lost my ways. So I decided to go to a different world for a little bit until I found a new world that I am still a YouTuber. Which have not been found yet, because number one, it takes time, and mostly because half of my AUs end up with me being a serial killer, or me ending up being a drug dealer for some reason. I don't know why. So pretty much we start with Asta. Now Asta is a kind, loving man. Now, like I said, he's emotionless, but Asta starts sitting down. And pretty much just, I realized how sad he looks. Hey, what's wrong, kiddo? Am I a mistake? What makes you say that? Everyone thinks I am because I couldn't get a grimoire. What's so funny? Oh, my child, you don't need a grimoire to be a knight. That's for damn sure. A knight is not by the shiny armor or by what we do or any of that. But I will say a great quote for you. A quote that I have learned from a man myself. Oh. The old saying, be silent, or let thy words be more than silent. No one is free who has not obtained the empire for himself. No man is free who cannot command himself.
It won't be necessary to punish the men. And it won't be necessary to punish the children. And it won't be necessary to punish.
Here we go. Educate children, and it won't be necessary to punish the man.
Punish the men. Do not say a little in many words, but a great deal in a few. Rest satisfied with doing well, and leave others to talk of you as they please.
Besides, there are other people. But the one you need to realize the most is this most greatest quote. It's sad, but unfortunately, is the greatest truth that we all know. Sometimes it's best just to wake up. Wake up from what?
Wake up to reality. Nothing ever goes as planned in this accursed world. The longer you live, the more you will realize that the only things that truly exist in this reality are merely pain, suffering, and futility. Listen, everywhere you look in this world, wherever there is light, there will always be shadows to be found as well. As long as there is a concept of victors, the vanquished will also exist. The selfish intent of wanting to preserve peace initiates wars, and hatred is born in order to protect love. There are nexuses.
Remember these words I give you, child. Where'd you learn them from? The one I told you before I told you about waking up for reality is from a Greek man. I can never remember his name. The other one is from a man known as Madara Uchiha. He woke up from a world where world is only war, disease, and futility. What are you then? I'm just a normal man who wishes to have a normal life. But we all know we don't get what we want. But there are other great quotes. Sometimes just great to smile. I learned this from a friend of mine, Uncle Iroh, everyone called him. The greatest man and you can think of. However, he passed away many moons ago. You think he'll approve of this world? No, he'll be sick of it. Unfortunately, Uncle Iroh is the most wisdom man. The greatest failure is only the opportunity to begin again. Only this time more wisely. He must have been a wise man indeed. People learn from their greatest mistakes. Some, in the darkest time, hope is something you can give yourself. That is the meaning of inner strength. So what you're telling me is, the greatest illusion of this world is the illusion of separation. Things you think are separated and different are actually one and the same. We are all one person, but we live in different ways and in different things. But the best way is to ignore the people that is your own destiny. And the best thing, yep. Okay. Well, what if they push me to the edge of now? Do not listen on what people will say, but believe in yourself. The most regrettable thing to do is to not be yourself and try to act like who you not are. So if someone tells you that you can't be a knight without a grimoire, tell them this. Can your old man kick ass and chew bubblegum? Because mine can. You mean, well, I have been raising you for all these years. You learned so much, and yet you've showed me so much more. But what if someone says they're sick of tea? Sick of tea? That's like sick of breathing! Anyway, would you like some tea, actually? That would actually be nice. Tea? What will you think of doing? I was actually thinking of making some tea. I was thinking of actually opening a tea shop. Now that is the most greatest goal that any man can learn. And the greatest thing among them all. Now, I managed to get some duck. Why don't we get it some? Okay. I'm surprised no one has tried to attack you. Oh, people have many times, but people always underestimate these old bones. How old are you? My. Truth be told, I lost count. I could be centuries old for all I know. But the thing you're doing, making tea, is the most greatest thing you can do. Thank you. I'm just doing what I do. Now, why don't we have some tea? And that's when they just start having tea. And pretty much this is when, and we have tea until I see someone about to throw a rock at Asta, but I grab it without even looking. Now, it is rude to throw a rock at a person who's trying to enjoy a good cup of tea. And you must be his bullies, correct? What of it, old man? Asta, why don't you enjoy your tea, and I will humbly talk to these bullies. Are you sure? I will be fine, Asta. I promise. Now, may we talk a little bit more privately? Okay. And that's when I get to go privately, but this one I show my demon eyes.
Now then, mortals. I'm only going to say this once. Attack Asta again, and I will show you the true power of the gods of chaos. I will incinerate your flesh. I will burn your mothers. I will feast upon your carcasses. And then I will let my pyramid heads turn you into slaves. Got it?
They nod out of pure fear as tears run to their eyes. Splendid. Now go home and be nice to Asta. Okay? This one they just run yelling, "Mommy." Oh, I love scaring the living crap out of kids. Why were they screaming out of fear? Oh, I just had a stern talking and they realized about the greatest quotes of life. Plus, I threatened to sing. Oh my god, you're terrible at singing though. Oh, really? Oh my god, Dad, please, no sing. Ha 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 ha. And pretty much we go back to the church. Hey, I'm being asked, Dad. Yes, Asta? Are you a religious guy? Not really. I just work at the church because I got nothing better to do. And plus, the tea here is the only thing that doesn't taste like God's piss. Well, that's because you make it. Anywho. So, where can you even learn this? You do so much, and yet we do so little. This one I realized there's cuts on Asta's arm. Asta, do not tell me. Wait. He starts tearing up. Oh, Asta. Come here. And let me heal you. And pretty much this is when, and I use healing magic and easily heal him. How did you... I am many things. Oh. Come on. You know, I decided to do the one thing. But I am gonna ask you the greatest thing. What's that? It's time for you to look inward and begin asking yourself the biggest question that you can ever ask yourself, Asta. Who are you? And what do you want? I don't know what I want. Sometimes I don't know who I am. That is not true. You know what you want, but you don't know if you really want it. As a saying I always like saying, failure is only the opportunity to begin again, only this time more wisely. You say that all the time. But I remember one quote you told me. Oh? Sharing tea is a fascinating... Sharing tea with strangers, especially a fascinating one, is one of life's true delights. I remember the time you actually found me. Yes, you were on the streets, and I was giving you some tea. You were the only one that didn't treat me like I was a monster. But what about my friends? Should I get along with them? No way. They're crazy. Bad influence. Stay away from them. Okay. Now, why don't we have some muffins? I have some in my package. And that's when I just start having some muffins until this is when they just see someone trying to mug us. Ow! What are you doing? I'm mugging you. With that stance? Come on! This is when I just take the dagger and just shove him slightly. You bandits always try to mug an old man like me. And yet... Yeah, just thinking, I swear. Sometimes I wonder why you people always attack the old people. It's just rude. Dad? Huh? And this one I just see Asta with a blade on his neck. So you're the one who scared my kid, huh? And you are... I'm a magic knight, and you will apologize or the kid dies. I see fear in Asta's eyes. But this is when I just snap my fingers, and next you know, the blade is in my hands. What? Cut him with what? Air? What the... You know, I extremely hate using violence, especially in front of Asta.
But after what you try to pull...
This when I show my eyes.
I'm only gonna say one word. These words. Suffer me now!
The words echo through the man, and the next thing you know, you see his head explode. Asta saw it. I despise doing that. I hate hurting people, but I hate it when people attack you for no reason and try to force me to be what I don't think they deserve. Are you okay, Asta? Yeah. How did you do that? Oh, just some old magic trick I learned a long time ago. Can you teach me that? I don't see why not. And this one I just start training Asta. Now, Asta has pretty much learned a lot and learned great wisdom from me. So, have you found out what you want? Yeah. I like to open my tea shop. You hang out too much with me. Let's just say I'm too used to it. But I'm gonna have to learn how to make some tea. And you're in luck. I know 140,000 tea recipes. How do you know so much tea recipes? Oh, when I was a young man, I traveled a lot, so I had time. I was known as the tea maker. The tea maker? Where'd you get that type of the nickname? Oh, from people where I traveled the world. Wow. This is when I just start getting the money to open the tea shop. Huh. How do you know so much? With so much wisdom over these years, Dad. Oh, well, like I said, I traveled. Now, I'm going to tell you one more thing. And that is the greatest wisdom of them all. And that is, while it's always best to believe in yourself, a little help from others can come from great blessings. You know, what do you mean? This is when I just sit down weakly. I'm afraid my time is coming. I taught you all I know, and I grow weaker every day. It is time for me to go. But do not worry, my child. And that's when I see Asta tearing up, but I just wipe the tears away. You can always find me in your heart. You can always find hope in yourself. But the greatest thing you can learn is through your determination to help others. Do not be what people want you to be. Be who you want to be. If you decide to become a dangerous warrior of man, or a great member of society, I will not be angry. It is up to you to decide if you is to show them the ways of peace or the ways of war. But I know you, Asta. And I know the way of peace will be a lot better than the ways of war. And I have to say this. I am proud to be your father. Dad? Dad? You just see me smiling. This is when pretty much Asta buries me in the most divine way. And pretty much this is when and Uncle Iroh pretty much this is when in the spirit world. So you learned those great quotes from me, huh? Hello, Uncle Iroh. Hello. Ah, hello. Madara. I never expected to bump into you guys in the spirit world. Though, truth be told, I wasn't expecting to be in the spirit world to begin with. I thought I'd probably be back at hell. I'll probably ruling the underworld again. You're full of too much wisdom to be back at hell. True. Though I must admit, I'm going to miss the world that we live in now. Agreed. And what do you think Asta will do? Probably open that tea shop he mentioned. Anywho. Let's hope that Asta can live as long as I can. You know so much, and yet people give you little credit. Just because. There's one thing we all need. And that is tea. I'm thirsty. Do you have any ginseng or jasmine tea? I have green tea. That will do. Back to Asta, who's pretty much now running his tea shop. Due to my training, pretty much Asta started... They had to get customers. Especially since he knows a little bit of fire magic. But he mostly keeps to himself. Asta gets the usual people who wish to beat him up, but Asta pushes them back out of the shop. And come back when you learn some manners. Sorry about that, people. Who ordered the black tea again? Right here. There you are. Thank you, Asta. You're welcome. So, what did he name it? I'm actually curious myself. We see the logo. The Dragon of the West. That's of the Dragon Uchiha of the West. Tribute to Dunkel Dylan. I am so proud. Well, this one I say, you could say you're teeing up the experience. I am so proud of him. I don't get it. Of course you don't, Madara. It's a pun. Oh! See, Iroh gets it. Ugh. Oh, good God. It's like dealing with Papyrus. Who's Papyrus? Oh, boy. We'll find out one day in the future. Besides, right now, let's just enjoy what he has. You know, I actually might trade Asta as well. Seriously, Madara? You're actually going to train him? Maybe? That'll give him one of my eyes. But, excuse me. But for now, let us enjoy. I hope he has a good life. Well, he's definitely holding better against those mean old people. Who are they? I think that's, oh, I cannot remember his name. The Wizard King, I think? Yeah, the Wizard King. And that's when the Wizard King walks in. Hello. Huh? Oh, my lord, did you need something? I heard that this place was a tea shop. Yes, it is. Is something wrong? No, but I wanted to know if you can serve me some tea. Sure, what would you like? Do you have any jasmine? Of course I do. And this one he just starts making his jasmine tea. Whoa. This tea is completely delicious. Who taught you how to make this? I learned from the best. I learned it from my dad. He's actually a nice man. But the world took him. And now I miss him every day. But he tells me a lot of things. Life happens, whether you are or whether you make it or not. But I didn't learn how to make tea overnight. So mostly I just do what I do best. Hope that even God can watch over my father. Well, technically I'm watching over you today. And this one I just see a demon try and possess Asta. Oh, hell no! Oh, I don't give! Stay away from my son! I'm... Frickin' demons! And why do they want to possess my son so much? Seriously, leave the kid alone. He's already been through hell. Like, seriously. People don't see that. You gonna be okay? Yeah. Anywho, let's go. Oh. So, what now? Well, I got nothing better to do. And this is when he just starts walking down. Here's the tea. Thanks. And this one I just this one Asta hears. Hey. Huh? Oh. Hey. Who are you? My name is Lily. I was hoping you can spare me some tea. Sure. Ow. I smell I smell a ship and I smell a wedding. Don't get your hopes up. This might end up just be friends. And don't ruin the moment. And besides, that kid looks familiar. He does? Yeah. Huh. How did you even get through all that? Huh. Well, anywho, now that that's over, or I bet, what are you gonna do? So, what are we gonna do now? Probably anything, really. I got nothing better to do. Yeah, I'm probably gonna make sure that no one tries anything. And with my son. Because I just witnessed someone trying to possess my son, and there is no way I'm letting that. There is no way I'm letting anyone near my son after that. And yet you're okay with him, and yet you're okay with that girl. Anywho, let's go. Yep. And that's when we just start walking. Do. Now Asta serves the tea. But he also serves other things. But when Asta found out about pretty much her, he decided to ask her out, and well, she said yes. And over the past years, they've pretty much been running the tea shop. And the greatest thing is, I got grandkids. Has anyone been trying to possess your son lately after that? What? Not really, Uncle Iroh. Actually, now I think about it, you okay? Hey, Uncle Iroh? Yeah, I'm just gonna be reincarnated into another world. Oh? Where are you going to get reincarnated? That's the best part. I have no idea. Something about skeletons? Skeletons. Yes, they say it's Underfell. Underfell, huh? Wait a minute. Huh. Maybe for once they can learn some manners. What do you mean? I explain, Underfell. Oh. Well, thank you for the warning, but I must ask, why? Why what? Why the fuck would a skeleton drink mustard? You're asking me? Ask him. And once you meet him. Fair point. And that's when I just start walking away. Hey, see you around? Oh, dude. What about you, Madara? I'm gonna be reincarnated too. What about you? Yeah, I'm just gonna stick around and see what happens after this. Alright. See you later. See you one day, guys. See you. And that's when I finally fade away, realizing that my son and my grandkids are fine. And that's about it. This has been one shot of What If Asta Was Trained by Me. You're all probably expecting something else, but not everything is violence. And this has been a great quote. It learns that sometimes violence is not the answer, and sometimes the best answer is through wisdom of your elders. So the quote is today: be happy at what you have, and care for your family, because they will not be around us forever, and they will pass away whether we like it or not. So, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. This has been Dunkle Dylan, God of Chaos, along with Uncle Iroh and Madara, and we will see you in another What If. Wait a minute! Yeah, Uncle Iroh? You got any tea? Yes, I got some tea. Here you go. Ah, thank you. You might as well cherish that tea, because you're not gonna get any tea in the underground. What? See ya. Wait.